Hi, you're here. I'm so glad. Don't worry about it. The rest of the people are coming later. But we'll get started. Let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I've been around for a while, but I don't really have a cool nickname, so it's Leslie. I'm an Afro Indigenous woman from Nova Scotia, Canada, and I have a lot of things I want to talk about. So this is my first, this is not my first show. This is my first episode to my new show. But I've been around for a while, like I said, and I've had a couple YouTube shows. The first one, way back, was called Living Out Loud with Leslie. And I did interviews with fellow artists while I was still living in Nova Scotia. And it was a great show. I loved it. But at that time, they weren't really offering money to people. And it was really hard to keep things going as my life progressed and changed. So I let it go. Then I reinvented myself again. I moved to Montreal in 2013 and I began cycling, and it was all the rage because I loved watching cycling videos. So I thought, I think I'm one of the first or only Black female touring cyclists. I hadn't seen any up until then. So let me jump on YouTube and have a cycling channel. That was called The Cycle is Real. And what happened with that one is I did a lot of touring and a lot of taping and taking pictures and documenting. And then I just really didn't get around to editing and putting it up. And then 2020, and we all know what happens there. 3 times a charm. I'm back. And my new show is called The Other Side of Normal, because I've always lived on the other side of normal. So on my new show, I will talk about cycling and many, many, many other subjects and thought processes and evolving lifestyle things. I'm excited because I know what's up here, and I'm excited because I think I can get it out there. And although I've lived a very different lifestyle than anyone I know, and I know people are interested in knowing what it is I do and how I do it, I think they've all been very polite in not asking. So I'm just going to put it out there. And if you wanted to check in to see what Leslie Carvey's about, welcome to the other side of normal. Talk about here on the other side of normal. Well, I've put together a whole bunch of different subjects that I really like to talk about. And there will be more things as the show goes forward. But I have to keep things straight in my mind. So kind of like Ross laminating my list. I developed a list, and the first 6 or 7 topics that I'm going to talk about, I committed to art. The first one, isn't she pretty? Is Afro Girl. Afro Girl design. That's my business. Because I live in Quebec, it has to sound French, so it's L'Afro Girl. I don't speak French. I'm trying. So Afro Girl has always been evolving. My whole journey. When I get into the topic of talking about it, I've always been on the Afro Girl art tip. My favorite thing in the world is the Black woman. And I had an afro when I was a little girl, so it's dear to me. So we'll be talking about the products that I make for my company called L'Afro Girl. Another one of the subjects that I want to talk about, you already guessed. Yes, my biking adventures. So as a touring cyclist, I've cycled all over the place. Many, many, many kilometers and miles and hills and mountains and ferries. And it's been beautiful. I've got some amazing footage. Not as beautiful as some of the other guys who have drones and they make it look like movies. But I really got out there on the road, and I really like bringing forward what cycling does for me. And of course, if you know me, you know this one's big as well, travel. I've been all over the place, and I love the world. I consider the world my university. I will have a show that I dedicate to talking about the hacks to protecting yourself traveling. I travel on a budget. I don't do luxury travel. Ever. I don't think I've ever. Nope, nothing. I was Airbnb before there was an Airbnb. And of course, we have to have a show like this because I am getting older every single day. I don't think I'm going to get on there complaining about the aches and the pains and how shitty it is getting old. I love getting older. I love the new me that I'm becoming every day. But I do want to talk about aging. I am on the other side of 50, well into the other side of 50, and I know a few things. So this is a topic I want to talk about. Oh, I was already going to be talking about this topic. It already became something in my mind that I wanted to speak of, my mama and me. But currently, my mother is in the hospital and she has cancer, and she's handling everything wonderfully. And I go to visit her almost every day. And as we get into these episodes, you will meet her and you'll be able to see the mother daughter dynamics. And one of the last things for the first series, which a lot of people I know are interested in, whether they want to ask or not, is my romantic lifestyle life. Polyamory. I've been polyamorous for 10 years, over 10 years, enjoying the heck out of it. And I'm the co-organizer of two polyamorous groups in Montreal, and one is Black and Poly Canada, and the other one is Ethical Non-Monogamy Montreal. So this is the lifestyle that I've been living and loving and having a great time, and I have a lot of background in it, and I can't wait to bring you into it and educate you or confirm things you already know, or just if you have an interest. I guess I'm out of myself. So those are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about on the other side of normal. I forgot one. Mental health. Yeah, we're going to talk about mental health. So join me in the upcoming episodes of The Other Side of Normal, where I will be taking on some of these topics. I'm really excited. So this is what my show is about, and I really hope you join me. And for those of you who already know me, maybe we hung out together when I lived in Mexico. Maybe I was your dance teacher. Maybe we danced together in my Toronto life. Maybe in Montreal, you're part of my poly group. Maybe you're my friends from high school. I have a lot of different people. I didn't forget about POF. A lot of different groups of people that I have in my life and that I still talk to. I really hope you guys subscribe so I can get to that knee and just make this successful. So, new friends, welcome. Old friends, welcome back. The other side of normal.